Since we watched these videos the other day, we don't have to go over them right now, just here in case you want to review them later. What we're going to do is we're going to go on to slide number 2. Okay, slide number 2 has 3 rectangles, 3 parts of this chart: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. So if we remember those videos from yesterday, a simple sentence is just a sentence that has subject and a verb, predicate. Simple sentences are usually shorter. There's not a lot of detail to them. There's not a lot of description to them. Very, very simple. We said those sentences were fine in our writing. There's nothing wrong with using simple sentences. What we do want to make sure we're doing is that we're not just using simple sentences. We want to make sure that we're also using compound and complex sentences. Now, compound sentences are usually a bit longer. Remember, the compound sentences are the sentences that have 2 complete sentences, 2 simple sentences that we combine using a comma and a conjunction. So it could be something like, well, if we use our question for today, I would like to, or we could say, I would choose one big present. That's a simple sentence. Not a lot of description, as a subject and a predicate. I would choose one big present. If we want to make it a compound sentence, we could do it with something like our description. I would choose, I'll use one of the examples you guys came up with. I would choose a hoverboard. And then we could combine it with another sentence. I would choose a hoverboard so my siblings and I could play with it outside. So we'd have a compound sentence there. The complex sentence, that's one where you have a simple sentence and then you have a little bit extra description or explanation to it. You don't have 2 different sentences that you're combining. You just have a simple sentence with some extra description or some extra information. If we had something like, let's use the hoverboard again. I would like to get a hoverboard. I'll use the one that we had in our writing. I would like to get a hoverboard that has the LED lights on the side. We have that simple sentence, but we're not just stopping at the end. We're giving extra information about that hoverboard. So it's not just I want a hoverboard. We're saying I want a hoverboard with, and then we're saying what are the extra parts we want on that hoverboard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these green boxes here that have these sentences, and we're gonna try moving them and putting them into the correct rectangle. If they are simple sentences, if they're compound sentences, or if they're complex sentences. We're gonna do some together, and then I'll give you some time so that you can try sorting the rest on your own. But let's go ahead and start off together. I love to eat bananas. Who wants to tell me, what do you think? What part of our chart do you think this belongs in? I love to eat bananas. Would this be a simple sentence, a compound sentence, or a complex sentence? Bailey, what do you think? A simple sentence. I agree with you. I love to eat bananas. They're telling us who is the subject? I. What do? You love to eat bananas. We don't have any extra description or information. Very simple, very short. What about this next one? Although we are all busy, we are happy to help our friends. Although we are all busy, we are happy to help our friends. Should this go with simple sentences, with compound sentences, or with complex sentences? Kylie, what do you think? Very good, a complex sentence, because now they're giving us some more information. Although we are all busy, we are happy to help our friends. So they're letting us know, hey, I love helping my friends. And they're telling us, even though all of us are busy, we still help each other. Still good friends. So that would be a complex sentence. Okay. What about the next one? Before you even ask me, green is my favorite color. Before you even ask me, green is my favorite color. Bella, what do you think? Would it be a simple, compound, or a complex sentence? This one, not a simple sentence. Remember, simple sentences, the simplest word, simple, the simplest way to figure out if it's a simple sentence is they're normally shorter. There's not a lot to them. So it might just tell you, it'll just tell you the subject and something about them. So if it's not a simple sentence, Bella, do you think it's a compound or a complex? Because this one has more information than just a simple sentence. For a compound sentence, the big clue, look for a comma and a conjunction. If you see the comma and the conjunction, you have a compound sentence. This one's a complex one. Complex sentences just, well, not always, but sometimes will just have a comma. They're telling us that green is their favorite color, and they're telling you before you even ask me. So don't even ask. I'm going to tell you before you ask the question, green is my favorite. So you're not far off. It is better than a simple sentence, but for the compound, they're going to have a comma and a conjunction. So this goes over here. Complex sentence. Okay. Maverick makes me smile, and he will make you smile too. Should that be a simple sentence, a compound sentence, or a complex sentence? Noah, what do you think? Simple, compound, or complex? This one is not a complex sentence. It's better than a simple sentence, but it's not a complex sentence. This one would be a compound sentence. Remember, the big clue that you have a compound sentence is the comma and the conjunction. If they have a comma and a conjunction, what they're doing is they're combining two simple sentences together. So if I see that comma and that conjunction, that is, hold on, let me move. There we go. That is a compound sentence. So if you see that, Noah, in the sentence, you know what kind of sentence it is. It's got a comma, it's got a conjunction. What about the next one? Math is a tough subject for me. Math is a tough subject for me. Would that be a simple? Would that be a compound? Or would that be a complex sentence? Ezekiel, what do you think? Simple sentence. There's not a lot of extra information there. I don't see a comma and a conjunction. I don't see any extra information. So, simple sentence. Math is a tough subject. What about next one? Jake is a genius. Jake is a genius. Violet. A simple sentence. Again, very short. There's not a lot of extra information. They're just telling us Jake's a genius. Teachers know a lot of stories. Where should that one go? Kylie? What do you think, Kylie? Simple, compound, or complex? Simple. Again, very short, not a lot of extra information. Teachers know a lot of stories. Okay, last one we'll do together before we get a chance to try on our own. Help is on the way, and now I feel better. Help is on the way, and now I feel better. Would this one be a simple, a compound, or a complex sentence? Noah? This one is another compound. Remember, take a look here. We have two simple sentences. Help is on the way. Now I feel better. And in the middle, to combine them, I have the comma and the conjunction. You're right, it isn't a simple sentence because there is more to it. There's more detail, more information. But remember, look for that comma and the conjunction. If you can find the comma and the conjunction. Oh no. If you can find the comma and the conjunction together, that's how you know that you have a compound sentence. This one, let's move it to compound. Sorry, yeah, compound. Okay. We still have a few boxes that need to go into the different parts of our chart. I'm going to wait a little while. I'll give you all some time to work on it. I want you to put them where you think they belong. And after that, we'll check them together. We'll see if we put them in the right place or if we need to move them to a different part. Now, if you run out of space in any of your parts, like if you try to put sentences and it won't fit and it sticks out a little bit, that's okay. Don't worry if it sticks out a little bit, that's just fine. So go ahead, put them where you think they belong, and then in a bit, we'll check them all together. Okay. Lane is so tall. Christopher. Simple sentence. Lane is so tall is a simple sentence. My cousin is funny, but she can be smart at the same time. Violet? Compound sentence. It's got that comma and the conjunction. Jake is a genius, but sometimes he thinks he knows everything. Kylie? Another compound sentence. Although it's raining outside, Samuel is happy. Where does that belong? Bradley? What do you think? Simple, compound, or complex? Complex. So there's not a comma and a conjunction, but there is more information than a simple sentence. Computers make life easier, but we have to be careful not to let them take up all of our time. Is that simple, complex, or compound? Bradley, back to back. What do you think? Simple, compound, or complex? Compound. It's got the comma and the conjunction. This is a compound sentence. I appreciate nice people, for they make my heart happy. Christopher, what do you think? This is a compound sentence. It's got the comma and the conjunction. And the last one, my mom is very pretty. Kylie? Simple sentence. So not a lot of extra information. Just my mom is pretty. Oh, sorry, very pretty. So take a look at yours. Make sure that we put the sentences in the right boxes. If we didn't, go ahead, take this time and switch them to where they should be.